Welcome to Truth with Ruth, a warm, witty, and real podcast about anything and everything health and fitness. I'm your host, Ruth Edwards, joined by co-host
Evan Edwards.
And on today's episode, we are going to talk about cardio.
How exciting.
One of your least favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I know some of you just went, you don't like it. You dread it. But I want you to think a little bit outside the box. So it could mean walking, maybe jogging or running, cycling, swimming, dancing, roller skating. As long as you're moving, it might count. All right? Something, anything, just move. All right. We can hear our dog, my dog, whining in the background. Sorry, he just went, hopefully you can't hear him. Okay, his name is Henry, and he's very cute. But he's a black lab, probably mix, and he is my buddy, my constant companion. So he's wondering what the heck I'm doing upstairs without him, right? Okay. So anyway, why do we need to talk about cardio? Because it is very beneficial for your overall health. It delivers some huge returns, such as it decreases blood pressure. And my young people might not care about that, but it does decrease blood pressure. It improves your heart health. That's obvious, but it is important. Cardiovascular, heart and lungs. So making that heart muscle stronger and more efficient. And then lungs, helping them with the capacity to hold oxygen and again use it efficiently. All right, it can improve your sleep. It can help stabilize and balance blood sugar. So I wore, and then I'm again wearing a continuous glucose monitor, CGM. You see them advertised a lot now. But anyway, for other reasons, it's been very, very interesting to just see the patterns and how food affects blood sugar, how exercise affects blood sugar. So you hear it, that exercise helps balance and stabilize blood sugar. But to actually see it in data in real time, it is true that if you simply get up and move after eating, like go for a walk after a meal, or whatever you want to do, some kind of movement, then it really does bring blood sugar down. It really, really does. Okay. It helps boost your immune function and support your hormones, so hormone balance, contributes to healthier thyroid function, and helps you manage stress. So as far as like whole health and all the things working together, doing some form of cardio is very, very beneficial. Now, cardio just in general, not every single form, usually requires a little bit less money, less planning, and fewer barriers. Like you don't have to have a gym, you don't have to have a bunch of equipment, you don't need an hour, you don't need to overthink it. You could simply just lace up your shoes and go for a walk. It doesn't have to be complicated. Okay, I meant to look it up, but I think it's the American Heart Association. Like the bare minimum exercise, cardiovascular minimum per week, the recommendation is 150 minutes per week. All right, well, if you divide that by 7 days in a week, that's like 21 minutes per day. Okay, that's bare minimum that everybody should be doing. And so let's just say 21 minutes per day. Well, if you'll do a minute here and a minute there, you don't have to do the 21 minutes altogether. It can add up, and you could hit that goal pretty quick. So, it doesn't have to be all at once. I like to do mine all at once because I don't want to change my clothes 10 times. But that's me. So, one of the easiest things you can do is walk. It's easy, it's not expensive, you just need a decent pair of shoes, and you can just put them on and you can go. You can walk fast, you can walk slow, you could go fast then slow then fast, like any kind of combo. You could walk a dog, Henry. You could walk with a friend. You could listen to music. You could listen to a podcast. You could listen to a sermon. You could, a podcast, you could listen to this, right? You could walk on the road in your neighborhood. You could go to a local park. You could go to like a park that actually has trails, and you could go to the mall. Do we have malls anymore?
A couple.
There's a few.
A few here and there.
And you could join a gym, right? So really, anywhere you can, there's really no excuse. Okay, go for a walk. Also, if you go outside, fresh air and sunshine, so you get really good bang for your buck. Sunshine, fresh air, no matter the temperature, and the cardiovascular exercise. So it's really big bang for your buck to go outside and walk. All right, if you're still shaking your head and saying, no, not doing it, no, not walking. Okay, well then, give me some other ideas. What else can you do to just move your body around?
Walking is the easiest, but running, swimming, looking at your list. Running, swimming, dancing, roller skating, skateboarding, cycling, stair climbing, a class, the treadmill.
Yeah. Shake your booty. Yeah. I mean, anything that gets you moving, gets that heart rate up a little bit, breathing hard, it counts. It doesn't really matter. Just move. And I highly recommend that you choose something that you enjoy. Maybe it's riding bikes with your kids. That's fine. Just choose. Maybe it's jumping on a trampoline. We didn't say jumping.
No.
Trampoline jumping. They do have those classes too. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Just do it. Just move your body around. And then probably that's going to count towards that overall, how many steps per day? 8 to 10,000, they say. That's going to count towards that. I really enjoy dancing. Sometimes it's my flat footing. Sometimes it's just having a dance party with me, myself, and I in the kitchen. Sometimes I'm choreographing a class. And at the gym where I work, there's some fun cardio classes. There's spin classes. There's cardio MMA. There's dance cardio. We don't really do step aerobics much anymore, but there's step. Sometimes I'll get on the stair climber at the gym and stair master, is that what they call it? Do it there. But there's just a lot. Some people play pickleball, which might be a cult. I'm just kidding. So tennis, pickleball, all those things would count. It's just, just find something that you like and that you enjoy. You'll be much more likely to stick with it. If you dread it, you're not going to stick with it. So All right, you're like, how do I get started? Well, start where you are. Pick something that sounds interesting, that sounds like you might like it, or that you know you already like. Start with where you are. So don't try to go out here and do 2 hours on your first day, right?
Be exhausted.
Yeah. And you'll probably be really sore and like you feel like you're going to die. So that's not necessary. So start where you are. And then slowly increase the number of minutes, every time. And you can set goals. That daily goal, 21 minutes. Now, can you divide it up differently over the course of your week? Sure. We can take that 150 minutes. That's the bare minimum. We could divide it by 5 days a week for 30 minutes. We could do the opposite. We could do 50 minutes 3 days a week. So it doesn't matter. Now, I do think that doing a little something every single day is probably better, but I also understand making it work with your schedule, your lifestyle, family, work, and all those things. I will say that it is very good, though, for your mental health to do it, even it's just easy, breezy stroll. That repetitive movement triggers something in our mind to process our thoughts and feelings, and it helps us breathe, right, more deeply. And yeah, so it's a really good tool for healthy stress management. Yeah, so being consistent is very helpful, and just making it a daily habit. The way that I do that is I write it down in my calendar, cardio, and then I check it off. That's what works for me as a reminder. It also works for me. I know myself well enough at this point to know that if I don't do it and get it done by 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm probably not gonna do it. I'm gonna start finding lots of excuses, and next thing I know, it's bedtime. So I have figured out over these many, many, many years to go ahead and get it done, usually by lunchtime. So now in the summer, I'm a little more apt to go for a walk after dinner, but that's usually bonus. I've usually already done my cardio earlier in the day, so going for a walk after dinner is usually just bonus. But bonus steps, bonus gold star, or taking Henry out. Yeah.
It's hard in the winter.
It is hard in the winter.
It's supposed to be hibernating.
It's currently, as we're recording this episode, we can look out the window, and we currently have icy snow on the ground, and it's staying cold, so it's sticking around, and that's unusual in the South, but it does happen from time to time, and this is one of those times. So yes, it is hard to bundle up and go out, but at least today is sunny, and so it does kind of make you at least want to step out there and try to feel the sunshine on your face.
And these are the days when you walk around the house.
Yes. Well, and I have chickens, so I do bundle up and go check on the chickens and take them water, because the water is freezing. So, like almost as soon as we give it to them, it freezes up. So we are having to make more trips down to, and it's not that far, but gets Henry out of the house and throw the ball to him, and then take water down to the chickens, bring the other water container into the house and let it unfreeze, melt, and but so that's actually helpful. It's like good. I don't dread it. I actually, well, except for the bundling up part because it's so cold, I don't mind it, because like I said, it gets me out of the house and gets me outside with the fresh air and the sunshine, and
yeah. I was thinking having a dog definitely keeps a lot of people mobile.
Yes. Yeah, so any type of animal, that whether it's chickens or a dog or two or cat, maybe even cats, yes, having animals usually keeps you a bit more active and mobile, and they're also good for stress management, usually, right? So, yeah, get a
It's
dog.
that's also good. Maybe some put the phone down
Yes.
while you walk.
Yes. Unless you're listening to
Unless
your
you're
favorite
listening to your favorite podcast,
Truth with Ruth.
Truth with Ruth.
But no, I like
No scrolling while you walk.
Yes.
No scrolling during your cardio.
Right. I mean, you've heard me, I've said it on another episode. I will sometimes do incline treadmill and watch a show. Sometimes I'll talk to a friend. We audio message each other back and forth. So sometimes I'll use that time to catch up and then message her, and then she has to catch up. Sometimes I create playlists. I'll curate playlists while I'm on the treadmill for my group fitness classes. So I try to use the time wisely. Yeah. A podcast, something I'm interested in, digging a little bit deeper into some topic. Yeah.
Learn.
Yeah.
Do you think you retain, this is somewhat related, do you think you retain information better while, maybe, for some people?
Possibly. I would think for those people who are more kinesthetic, is that the word? Learners,
That's the
tactile,
hands-on,
that might certainly. That's a really good question. I haven't thought about it, but I'm gonna say, based on my experiences, yes, because when I've created, I was actually just working on it this morning. I was working on a February playlist for my February sculpt class. And I can remember, I can like see the song. I could probably rattle off some off to you right now because I'm remembering them. Whereas if I had just sat here and done it, I don't know that it would be as easy for me to recall. Yeah. Good point.
And they're usually, I mean, the people usually in a home office, when they get one of those walking pads, a treadmill of sorts for their work desk, and they, I guess, helps them stay focused or be more productive while they work, walking.
And helps them get their steps in. Yeah, because being sedentary is now the new, it's just as much of a risk factor for bad heart health as smoking. So, for obesity, diabetes, heart health, cardiovascular disease, being sedentary is just as dangerous. We have a lot of research now that backs that up, supports that. So you could get one of those little pedal things, but walk I'm a big advocate of just walk.
It's the easiest way to get started.
Yeah, because that's what we were made to do was walk. Our ancestors walked 10 to 12 miles a day almost, sometimes on average. We were made to walk. There's every time that foot strikes the ground, it sends a signal also for your whole body to stay stronger. So it can improve bone density a little bit. Stability and balance. Now, I would still recommend strength training to really help with bone density and pelvic stability and balance, but walking does contribute to that. Yeah. So, it's the easiest thing to start with. But again, if you're like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I don't mean, there are some people who have reasons, maybe they foot, ankle, knee, hip. There could be a reason why you can't. But then there are some people who are just like, I just don't like to. There are other things you can do. There's always a workaround. So maybe you got to get in your car and go to a gym that has an indoor pool, and maybe you got to put on a bathing suit in the winter and swim. There's always a workaround. You might not like it, but there's always a workaround. Always. So what do you do for your cardio, Evan?
Not enough.
Evan's an artist. I think we talked about that. So the challenge for you is, getting once you're focused and working on something.
Maybe I need one of those walking pads.
Yeah, is to get up out of the chair and take breaks. Yeah. So, and your dad too with his work. He has to be on Zoom calls, and so same thing for him. It can be a challenge when it's one right after another, and there's very little breaks. And yeah, and then I'm the opposite. I'm up, down, and all around. So yeah, but find something you like and try it. And if you are in a gym, a member of a gym, try some different classes to help with that cardio. So it makes the time go by fast. I mean, a lot of time, the joke, right, is we say, it's only for a minute, and then you're like, have you ever been on a treadmill? You know, those minutes can go by really slow. But yeah, figure out how to make the time go quickly. And it might be with a friend, it might be music, it might be a podcast. Just a book on, well, it's not tape anymore. Book on.
An audiobook.
Figure out what works for you. What works for me may not work for you, but what you can figure it out. It might take some trial and error, but it is really, really important. Yes, it might help with some weight loss or changing that body comp, and that's usually why people start. But it's going to be really good for your overall mental health, and it's just good for your overall health, and you can make it fun. You'll feel better. You'll sleep better. Your blood pressure might come down. It'll help you breathe. And motion is lotion. So, and that motion, that cardio is going to push oxygen to all parts of your body. Your brain, every joint. Your joints will feel better. So some people say, but my joints hurt. It's hard to get started. It feels a little counterintuitive, but actually, if you'll start moving and start breathing, you can start slow, then next thing you know, the joints are moving better and feeling better. And it's because the blood flow has increased. The blood carries oxygen. So now those joints are more oxygenated, and lo and behold, they feel better. How about that? So actually, a neighbor of your grandparents, she said one time, she said, I have to walk, and I just grab my cane and I just walk, because if I don't, my joints hurt. So she was very arthritic, and she had figured out that if she went out for her walks, then she felt better. Her joints felt better. So that's true for everybody. Just get moving. Move it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Did I hit everything? Did I miss anything?
I think you hit everything.
All right. I guess there might be questions, but but generally, figure out something. Do something. Just get moving.
Yeah.
And a little bit every day will go a long way to your good heart health, and your heart will thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe your family will thank you too. Because you'll be easier to take care of. So stay mobile. Stay mobile and upright, friends. Yes. All right. So.
Well, where can they find you?
So truthwithruth.com. And my Patreon, Reignite Health and Fitness. And that's where, if you want to support us financially, then you can join my Patreon. You can subscribe, become a member. There are different options there. But if you like to support us, that's a way, but it's not a have to. And socials. And reignitepilates.com is my fitness website.
All right.
All right. right. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Truth with Ruth. And if you have any ideas on topics, don't worry. I have a great big long list. But if you have an idea, let me know.
Stay well.
Yes, stay well and warm.